Dear students, in this session, I am going to explain about the kingdom of Animalia. So here, kingdom Animalia includes all eukaryotes, multicellular, heterotrophs. Kingdom Animalia includes all eukaryotes, multicellular heterotrophs. Normally, nutrition is obtained by the ingestion process. Normally, nutrition or nourishment is obtained by the ingestion process. That means the intake of food through the mouth is called ingestion. So they have specific body plans, but they do not possess cell walls and photosynthetic pigments. So here, all organisms which are included in the kingdom Animalia, so those exhibit tissue level of organization in common. That means the formation of tissue level of organization is common in animals of kingdom Animalia except sponges. So food nutrition is holozoic nutrition. Nutrition is holozoic nutrition. The reserve food is in the form of glycogen. Reserve food in the form of glycogen. Higher organisms show organ system level of organization, and organ system level of organization. Organ level of organization and organ system level of organization. So here, all organisms are respond to the environment through the sense organs and neuromotor organs. So reproduction is commonly sexual reproduction. Some are exhibit asexual reproduction. Reproduction is commonly sexual reproduction. Some of organisms are exhibit asexual reproduction. So these are the general characters of kingdom Animalia. So if see the classification of kingdom Animalia, so here Animalia divided into two subkingdoms. Those are Parazoa and Eumetazoa. Parazoa and Eumetazoa. Here, Parazoa includes only the phylum Porifera. Parazoa includes only one phylum, that is Porifera. Example, sponges. Example, sponges. So here, Eumetazoa, these are called as true animals which are exhibit tissue level of organization, organ level of organization and organ system level of organization. So here, Eumetazoa includes two grades. Those are Radiata and Bilaterata. Radiata and Bilaterata. These are the two grades which are included in the subkingdom Eumetazoa. So here Radiata means the symmetry is belonging to the radial symmetry. So which animal passes the radial symmetry? Those animals are belonging into the grade Radiata. So what is symmetry? Symmetry is the dissection of an organism by polar axis. It can give two equal antimeres is called symmetry. If we will dissect an organism by polar axis, it can give two equal antimeres. The type of dissection is called symmetry. So here, which organisms can be give two equal antimeres by the dissection of any polar axis? That is called radial symmetry. Radial symmetry means if we dissect an organism by any polar axis, it can give two equal antimeres is called radial symmetry. Which organisms possess the radial symmetry? Those organisms are included in the grade of Radiata. So radiate organisms are all diploblastic organisms. Di means two. So here the germinal layers, ectoderm and endoderm. Only ectoderm and endoderm, two germinal layers present in the embryonic stage of organisms. So that type of exhibition is called diploblastic organization. So in this embryo, ectoderm and endoderm, two germinal layers are present in the embryo of radiates. That's why this is called as diploblastic. So here bilaterata means if we dissect an organism by only one polar axis, it can give two equal antimeres is called bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means if we dissect an organism by only one polar axis, it can give two equal antimeres is called bilateral symmetry. Which animal possesses the bilateral symmetry? Those are included in the grade of bilaterata. So all bilaterates are triploblastic organisms. Tri means three. So here the germinal layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, three layers are present in the embryo. So that's why these animals also called as triploblastic organisms. So here diploblastic organisms consist only two germinal layers, ectoderm and endoderm. So here ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, three germinal layers are present in the bilaterates. That's why these organisms also called as triploblastic organisms. So here Radiata consists phylum Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Cnidaria and Ctenophora are the phyla which are belonging to the grade Radiata. So Cnidaria example Hydra, Aurelia, etc. Ctenophora example comb jellies. Comb jellies. So here bilaterata again divided into two taxonomical grades. So those are called divisions. Bilaterata again divided into two taxonomical levels are called divisions. So those are protostomia and deuterostomia. Protostomia and deuterostomia. So here protostomians cleavage are spiral and determinate. Protostomic cleavages are spiral and determinate. So here protostomium means eumetazovans in which the blastopore develop into mouth is called protostomium. So proto means first, stomium means mouth. So here the blastopore develops into the mouth is called protostomia. So here deuterostomia, next one. Next division is deuterostomia. Here deuterostomia means eumetazovans in which the blastopore develop into the anus and the mouth is formed before the blastophore, near the blastophore or near the mouth is called, near the anus is called deuterostomia. Deuterostomia means eumetazovans which the blastophore develop into the anus and mouth form secondarily near the blastopore or anus is called deuterostomia. So here blastophore develop into the mouth. In deuterostomes, blastopore develop into the anus and mouth is formed later the development of anus. That's why here these organisms are called deuterostomes. Deutero means secondary, stomium means mouth. So here mouth is formed later the formation of anus by the blastopore. So here division protostomia again divided into three subdivisions. So those are acylometa, pseudocylometa and schizocylometa. Acylometa, pseudocylometa and schizocylometa. So here protostomia divided into three subdivisions based on the presence or absence of coelom and the formation of coelom. So here A means absent or without. A means absent or without. Here coelom. Coelom means the cavity lying between the body wall and elementary canal. The cavity lying between the body wall and elementary canal is called coelom. So here A means without or absent. That means here the cavity does not lying between the body wall and elementary canal is called acylometa. That means there is the cavity is absent. So here the phylum included in the acylometa are Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Coelometa. Here the cavity lying between the body wall and elementary canal, but the cavity filled with the pseudocoelomic fluid instead of mesenchyme. That's why this cavity passes the subdivision is called as pseudocoelometa. Pseudocoelometa means the cavity lying between the body wall and elementary canal, but the cavity filled with the pseudocoelic fluid instead of mesenchyme. So here the phyla included in the pseudocoelometa is Nematoda. Example, roundworms. Next one, Schizocylometa. So here the cavity formed by the splitting of mesoderm, that type of coelom is called schizocoelom. The cavity is formed by the splitting of mesoderm, that type of coelom is called schizocoelom. So which animal passes the Schizocoelom, those are belonging into the subdivision Schizocoelomata. So phyla are Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca. Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca. These three phyla are included in the subdivision Schizocoelomata. So next one, Deuterostomata. Next subdivision is Deuterostomata. So here deutero means the blastopore develop into the anus and mouth formed later near the anus is called deuterostomia. So here the cleavages of deuterostomates are radial and indeterminate. Radial and indeterminate. So deuterostomia include only one subdivision, that is called Enterocoelomata. Enterocoelomata means the cavity is formed by the mesodermal pouches is called enterocoelom. That type of coelom passes by the animals, those are belonging to the subdivision Enterocoelomata. So here phyla are Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. So these phyla are belonging to the subdivision Enterocoelomata. So let us revision this topic. So here the kingdom Animalia includes all eukaryotic multicellular heterotrophic organisms. So normally the nourishment is obtained by the ingestion method. Ingestion method means the intake of food through the mouth. So generally the formation of tissue is common in Animalia except sponges belonging into the phylum Porifera. So here the nutrition type is holozoic type. So reserve food is in the form of glycogen. In higher organisms exhibit organ level of organization and organ system level of organization. So these organisms respond to the environment through the sensory organs or sensory cells. So they have specific body plans and do not possess the cell wall and photosynthetic pigments. So sexual reproduction is mostly in Animalia, but some organisms are exhibit asexual reproduction. So if we see the classification, the kingdom Animalia divided into two subkingdoms, those are Parazoa and Eumetazova. Parazoa include only one phylum, that is Porifera, example sponges. So in this subkingdom organisms, only the cellular level of organization is exhibited. There is no formation of tissue level of organization. So here Eumetazovans are also called as true animals or true organisms. So here Eumetazova includes two grades, those are radiata and bilaterata. So radiates are the called as diploblastic organisms. That means all radiata organisms are diploblastic organisms. So here the only two embryonic layers are present in the embryo. Bilaterata means, so here bilaterates, all bilaterates are triploblastic organisms. That means there are 3 germinal layers present in the embryo. So here radiata means which animal exhibit radial symmetry. Those are included in the radiata grade. So what is symmetry? Symmetry means if we dissect an organism by polar axis, it can give 2 equal antimeres is called symmetry. So if we dissect an organism by any polar axis, it can give 2 equal antimeres is called radial symmetry. Which animal passes the radial symmetry? Those are belonging to the grade radiata or diploblastica. So if we dissect an organism by only one polar axis, if we dissect an organism by only one polar axis, it can give 2 equal antimeres. This type of symmetry is called bilateral symmetry. Which animal passes the bilateral symmetry? Those are belonging to the grade bilaterata or triploblastica. So here radiata include Cnidaria and Ctenophora phyla. Bilaterata again divided into 2 divisions. Those are protostomia and deuterostomia. Protostomia means the blastophore develop into the mouth is called protostomia. The blastophore develop into the anus and mouth form later near the anus is called deuterostomia. So here protostomia included 3 subdivisions. Those are acylometa, pseudocylometa and schizocylometa, based on the presence or absence of coelom and formation of coelom. So the subdivisions are acylometa, pseudocylometa and schizocylometa. Here A means absent, that means here the coelom is absent in the organisms. So those organisms are belonging to the subdivision acylometa. So coelom means the cavity lying between the body wall and elementary canal is called coelom. So here the coelom does not lying between the body wall and elementary canal, hence it is called acylometa. The phylum Platyhelminthes included in the acylometa. Pseudocylometa means the cavity lying between the body wall and elementary canal, but the cavity is filled with the pseudocylindric fluid. That's why this is called as pseudocylometa. So the phylum Nematoda included in the pseudocylometa. Schizocylometa means the cavity is formed by the splitting of mesoderm is called schizocylometa. So here deuterostomia included only one subdivision, that is called enterocylometa. So here enterocylometa and schizocylometa, 2 are collectively called as eucoelomates. So here the cavity formed by the mesodermal pouches is called enterocoelom. So which animal passes the enterocoelom? Those are belonging to the subdivision enterocylometa. Phylum Echinodermata, hemichordata and chordata are included in the enterocoelom.